turned $50 into $1 million, and this is something that you can do too. So the way that I did this was by using Pinterest marketing to drive traffic to my other platforms as well as to my website to drive sales for our business. So your $50 are going to go towards a Tailwind subscription, which is a Pinterest scheduling platform. They have partnered together and spent millions of dollars to make sure that their platforms are cohesive and work really well together. And Tailwind is what is going to make this process that I'm going to explain to you so much easier than if you were going to do it manually. Now, technically, you could do this manually and do it completely free, but I don't recommend doing that because you're going to need a pretty high volume of posts to make this work. Now, we started our business in 2020, and what we've been able to do with Pinterest as one of our outreach platforms is we're able to bring thousands of new people into our audience every single day. And the content that we posted 2 years ago is still continuing to trend and drive traffic for us to this day. So if you are willing to put in the legwork and set this up so that you are getting consistent traffic to your socials and to your website every day from a passive marketing stream, then you're going to be on track to build a multi-million-dollar business like we were able to do with the help of Pinterest. So first and foremost, you really have to understand Pinterest's potential. And so Pinterest is different than all of the other social platforms because it's not a social platform, it's a search engine. It's a visual search engine. So when people are searching on Pinterest, they're in a shopping mindset. They're looking for answers to their questions. They're looking for products, services, things that are going to solve their problems. And Pinterest is the only platform that's made for you to actually not stay on the platform. Every single pin, standard pin, and video pin on Pinterest links somewhere else. So people are coming to this platform, and the platform was built to keep in mind business owners, creators, and anyone who wants to leverage it to drive traffic to somewhere else. Now, because Pinterest is a search engine, not a social media platform, this means that the people that your content is being served to are specifically searching for the type of things that you are posting. So they're already warmed up, they're already more problem aware when it comes to wanting to buy your product or service. So what this allows you to do is literally place your content in front of people who are already identified and self-identified as people who are a target audience for whatever it is that you're selling. And this is so successful because not only does it allow you to be found on Pinterest, but a lot of people will say, oh, I don't know if my audience is on Pinterest. Your audience is on Google, right? Pinterest will help you rank on Google and is so great for searchability, SEO, and for getting your business, your website, your socials, anything you want to drive traffic to be found by the masses. So to set yourself up for success on Pinterest, there's a few things that you're going to need to do, starting with keyword research. So you're going to want to go through, and there's a ton of different ways that you can do keyword research on Pinterest. And I have other videos about that. We also have free trainings inside of the Millionaire Archives if you want to learn how to do that. But what you're going to do is you're going to find keywords that relate to what it is that you're selling, what your ideal clients are going to be searching for, and you're going to optimize your account. So you want to make sure that you set up a business account so that you can fully optimize it and make use of all of the analytics tools that Pinterest has to offer. So you're going to want to set up your profile, optimize your display name, your bio, your username, and create a ton of different boards that relate to the keywords that you've done the research to find, and make sure that you optimize every single board with descriptions so that you have the best possible chance of having your content be served to people based off of the combinations of keywords that they're using to search. Now, beyond optimization and SEO, there's a few visual strategies that you're also going to want to employ to make sure that your pins are grabbing attention. So you're going to want to use pin designs that are really going to stand out to people. Think about how when you use Pinterest, how many pins are all coming up at once. So you want to make sure that yours are going to be attention grabbing, that they're easy to read, they have a very clear call to action, and the hook is going to really want to pull people in and give them a reason to click on that pin, save that pin, and ultimately click through to whatever it is that that pin is going to be linked to. Another great thing that you should know is that you can utilize rich pins. So if you have a website, you can go claim go ahead and claim that website through Pinterest. And what it will do is it will attribute pins and different traffic to your website, which will help you with increased searchability, visibility, and traffic. Now, once you've gotten to the point of optimizing your profile, you've created boards, you've optimized for keywords, the next thing you're going to do is actually start posting, right? You're going to create pins. So this is where Tailwind comes into play. I highly recommend setting up Tailwind, and essentially what it is a scheduler. So all you're going to do is load all the content in that you've created for Pinterest or for other platforms. You're going to enter in your keywords, the boards that you want it to go on, and hit it to schedule. So this is how we're able to post 10 to 15 times a day, and it only takes us around an hour a month to create content and load everything into Tailwind so that we have consistent traffic coming to our socials and our website from Pinterest. So the basics of what you're going to want to do are, number one, create standard pins in something like Canva that are going to be those clickable pins that drive traffic to specific links. So whether you're trying to drive people to your YouTube channel, podcast, blog post, whatever it is, you want to create 3 to 5 of those for every single link that you're wanting to drive traffic to. You can do that very quickly in Canva, or Tailwind has a feature called Tailwind Create that will actually create the pins for you. You just have to enter in a little bit of information. And there are a ton of other AI editing and graphic creation tools that are now available on the internet. So if you do a quick Google search, you can find those. So there's so many different ways to really cut down on this time. You can also use things like ChatGPT to go ahead and enter in your keywords that you found and have it create descriptions, pin titles, and optimized information to go into each of your pins. And so you can just copy and paste and schedule to go out on Tailwind. Now, part of where a lot of this content is going to come for Pinterest is from repurposing the content that you're already posting for your other platforms. So if you're posting TikToks or Reels or graphics on your Instagram, maybe you're posting YouTube videos and TikToks and podcasts. There's so many different ways that you can leverage not only the specific piece of content simply by downloading it and uploading it into Tailwind, or by posting it as an idea pin directly on Pinterest, which you can schedule those as well, or by taking and creating, like we talked about, those graphics that will allow you to drive traffic to those other places that you want to send people to. So you definitely want to do your best to make content visually appealing so that it can rank and people are going to be drawn to it and want to click on it. You also want to maximize reach with cross-platform promotion. So if you're going to repurpose content, make sure that you plug your TikTok or your Instagram account and give people a reason to go from Pinterest to those other platforms to get the rest of the information that they're looking for. So through using this strategy, leveraging Tailwind, and ultimately scheduling just a ton of content to go out passively for us onto Pinterest, we've been able to drive so much traffic to our personal brands, to our different social accounts, podcast, YouTube, as well as to our website. It's allowed us to build a multi-million-dollar business within 2 years. So if you're someone who's struggling to make sales, struggling to get visibility on your social media or on your website, you should definitely be on Pinterest because it's so much easy traffic that you simply have to optimize for, start posting, and wait for the views to come rolling in. We have a ton of other tutorials up on this account, specifically one for how to repurpose TikToks to idea pins, which we get a ton of views doing that. So I'd highly recommend checking that video out. And again, if you want a full tutorial as to how we do keyword research, we have a free training that is inside the Million Dollar Archives, which is linked in the description box below.